Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. You know, Oklahoma City is my hometown. It's a place I've lived in virtually all my life except being away to college, and so I love it here. And up until fairly recently, we basically had your single family home, your 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, maybe a nice master, 2 smaller secondary bedrooms. And then we have apartment complexes. And I know I've talked before on this channel about different kinds of housing that we're building, but I want to talk about two of very, very fast-growing demographics. Number one, right now, we have more single people in the United States than we have married people. Now, this can go a couple of ways. We know that at some point when you get older that one of your parents is going to pass away, and therefore you're going to become single. I know my mom, who died at 95, lived alone for a long, long time, and that is a demographic that's very, very large. But there's also a second demographic that I've talked about here recently, which is the millennial generation, and because of the amount of debt that they have to pay back, because of the fact that they're not getting the jobs and the income on those jobs that they need, that they're even staying single for a longer time. And so it's going to be very, very important in this country that we change the way that we create housing. And we're doing that in 2 ways to handle this very, very large number of single people. Number one, we're doing townhomes. We're not doing single families. We're doing this in-between type properties so that the millennials, who don't particularly like single family homes, but may not like the depersonalization of living with 500 or 600 people in an apartment complex, have a pretty cool place, and that it's located in areas where they want to be for their entertainment values. That's one thing. But the second thing, which I think is extremely important right now, is homes with 2 masters. So we are starting to build single family homes with a second bedroom that is a master. This is kind of like the old mother-in-law plan. Years and years ago, back in the 50s and 60s, you saw these houses where on one side of the house there was a bedroom, a bathroom, and a little living area. The reason why is because of multi-generational living. That's something that we went away from in the 60s, later 60s and 70s and 80s, but it is something right now where the parents are moving back in with their kids, or maybe sometimes their kids are moving back in with the parents. So we're seeing multi-generational housing. So in Oklahoma City, you're going to see some shifts in this. And so if you're an investor, for instance, if you're somebody that I've worked with and are buying homes, you're saying, Joe, I don't necessarily want to get into multifamily or the townhome concept that you're talking about, but I want something where, there's a huge demand for it and not enough supply. Well, it's going to be that multi-generational home with the second master. So expect to see more of that. In some cases, it's going to be on the second floor where the older adult, a parent, is down on the first floor and you're on the second floor with your kids. There's a lot of ways that we can do it. Now, if you're a homeowner, you're somebody that wants us to build, we certainly can build this for you. But for investors, I want you to know that besides the townhome, the investment home, single family with 2 masters, is a growing category that we are going to fill. If you have more questions about it, please contact me at joe@joepryor.com. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.